now that that's had time to sit. When I tried this before, this was relatively stiff to spin. It's not a ball bearing motor, it's a sleeve bearing motor, and got some oil in there. You want to make sure you clean both ends of the motor. You don't want any oil inside the dryer and or anything like that. Now, there's two ways that you can run this and make sure that it's sounding good. One of those ways being putting it back in the dryer and starting the dryer, which is a little tricky because you do not have it together, and you don't want the heating element to come on. I've done it that way. That's not how I'm going to do it on camera. There's a lot of wires and a lot of connections that these motors get. If you understand schematics, and yours happens to come with a schematic, or you have repair data, they tell you which terminals to hook up to on here. If you don't understand schematics, or if you haven't worked with this kind of stuff before, don't try it, because you can permanently damage the motor. But this is a schematic for the motor. You probably can't see it too well, but on here I'm able to tell which one is the hot side and which one is the neutral, because this is only a 125 volt motor. Number 4, and it's labeled on the front of the switch here, I'll show you. Number 4 and number 5. Number 4 and 5. 4 is your hot, 5 is your neutral. Okay, so we got number 4 here, and we got 5. 4 is your hot, 5 is your neutral. When you're looking at these, some of these you can see where like right here, that wire goes directly into the thermal sensor. This winding here, that goes down to the run. This goes to the start. Start winding's thinner, run winding's thicker. So we're going to go ahead, let's hook our neutral up here. And as I said before, you can kind of tell which ones are going to go where, almost, because of how they go into the motor. I got my ground here. I'm going to go ahead and put it under the metal frame of the motor. Make sure everything's out of the way. And we'll give it a quick... As you can see, they have a lot of torque. Okay, we're going to hold this right here just for startup. It's a fairly quiet motor. It does make everything else on the workbench vibrate. And it won't hurt to let it run for a minute or so on the bench here. Again, if I didn't say before, make sure you know how to test these before you go ahead and plug them in. Because if you don't, and you hook power to this next terminal here, and it goes directly to the start winding, that start winding is going to run full time. You're going to let the magic smoke out and your motor's ruined. And that just costs you $50. That motor's run for about a good couple minutes now. Go ahead and shut it down. And that little quickie here is there's a little centrifugal switch right here. And I've done a couple videos on these. Hope you enjoyed this little segment of a small series I got going here. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate the subscribing. Go ahead and give the video a thumbs up if you're not already subscribed, and make sure you hit that little notification bell down there.